Good afternoon or magandang tanghali. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I can understand Tagalog, but I don't like to speak it because I have this American accent. But anyway, today we're going to make lumpia. And for those of you who don't know what lumpia is, it is like a Filipino egg roll, but it's not made using the egg roll wrapper. There is a specific type of wrapper that you have to use because it has to be fairly thin. So this is the type of wrapper you need, and then let me show you what kind of vegetables that we're going to include in this dish. Even though there's so many different types of recipes that people use, it's kind of like adobo. Everybody has their own version. So even though I'm using these types of vegetables, you can add other ones that maybe you want. Okay, so I'm going to add these peas, and I chopped up some carrots. These are also organic carrots, and they're really small pieces, as you can see. You can also slice them very thinly into like 2-inch long pieces. I also have 4 cloves of garlic, which I minced, and a stalk of scallion, which I also just chopped up to small pieces. You can also use onions, white onions, and then I have a pound of ground beef. I added 2 tablespoons of that sunflower seed oil. And now we're going to add the carrots and the peas. Cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now that the peas are pretty much soft, we're going to add about a teaspoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of garlic powder, salt to taste. It's done. The carrots are soft enough for me. The peas are also cooked. I also tasted it for the saltiness and the flavor, and I added just a little pinch of salt. And now I'm going to turn off the heat and put this onto like a casserole dish or something that's wide enough for me to spread this out on so that it will cool down faster. And that takes around 30 minutes or so for it to cool down enough so that it won't rip the lumpia wrappers. We are ready to rock and roll the lumpia. I already did a tester just to see if these wrappers are any good, because I think this is the first time I'm using these wrappers that are made with coconut oil. Yeah. So it says wheat flour, water, coconut oil, salt, and that is it. The other one had a bunch of ingredients in it, so here's the meat. It's already cooled down. And then I have the wrappers. They came in a circle shape. All I did was cut off the edges because I'm used to rolling with a square shape wrapper. And what you need to do while you're wrapping is keep like a damp, slightly wet paper towel over the wrappers just so they won't dry out. And then to seal them, just plain water. Okay, so let me show you how easy it is to wrap a lumpia or an egg roll. Okay, so you just take one of your wrappers and you make it face you like it's a diamond. Then you take about 2 to 3 tablespoons of your filling, and it just depends on how big your wrapper is. I've seen wrappers that are like this small, so obviously you want to put less filling. But you take this bottom corner and you fold it and you kind of scrunch it up so that it's as tight as you can make it. And then you take one of the side corners and you fold it like that. Take the opposite corner and fold it over. And now try to make it as tight as possible again. So you're always trying to make it very, very stiff. Now you're just going to pick it up from the bottom edge right here and just roll. Okay, and before you get to this top corner, you're going to dip your fingers in your water and wet that top corner and continue rolling over it. Okay, and that just seals it. But when you put it onto your pan or dish that you're laying them out on, you put them with the sealed side down. So just continue making the rest of these, and between each layer you can choose to put like a wax paper so that they don't stick together, and you can freeze them right away after you've rolled a ton of them. Just put them in, wrap them in foil, and then you can put them in the freezer. What I'm going to do is deep fry these right after I finish making a lot of them. So we'll fry the lumpia until they're golden brown on the outside. And I'll put in about maybe 4 at a time. I don't want to put in too many at once because then it will lower the temperature of the oil. Our lumpia is done. Look how crunchy these are. So now I'm gonna eat it with some Jufran banana sauce, in hot of course. Some Jufran. These seem surprisingly crunchy. Oh my god, these are so fan-frickin-tastic. If you've only had lumpia that came from a package in the freezer section of some Filipino store like Seafood City, you just have to make your own. I'm gonna make an excuse and say that it's actually good for you because it's got some vegetables. Even though it is deep fried. So yeah, oh well, doesn't matter, it's still good, and if you have it every once in a while, it's fine. And you can take the procedure and make all kinds of lumpia. It doesn't even have to be the savory stuff. They make something that looks like lumpia, but they stuff it with sweet plantains. That is also bomb diggity. But I'm gonna go and sit down and eat some more of this right now because I cannot eat and enjoy this while holding a camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, share, and comment if you have any suggestions on other videos. And subscribe if you want more videos just like this. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.